Hey boys and girls, been a long time, but I'm back in the game, I guess. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's been a lot of stuff happen that is kind of leading me this direction. So, gonna put out some more videos. Got some stuff coming up that I'd like to talk about and to get feedback from y'all. So, I'm actually in Oklahoma now. Have been for 6 months. Moved down here for work to be closer to family. My grandmother was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and about the time I moved down here she was getting ready to go into surgery. Well, she's had the surgery and she's now cancer free. So I've got two grandparents that have survived cancer, and my family is incredibly blessed. God is good, and He's done a lot for myself and my family. So just let you know that I can go into more detail about how I got down here and what was going on all during the move and everything. It was a pretty crazy story, but what we've got now is a series of executive orders that Obama has signed or is getting ready to sign. I was pretty busy at work today, didn't really have time to get into it, but I don't know for sure what all's been done. I did read the list of executive orders, and the most hilarious being, and I'll come right out of the gate with this, was the 14th. The Attorney General is going to be the one deciding who is competent enough to own firearms or not. Now, if you don't know who the Attorney General is, Eric Holder, then I suggest you look up and Google the term Operation Fast and Furious, or Gun Runner, as a lot of people call it. Eric Holder was the mastermind, I guess you could say, him and Obama both, behind sending all these guns down to American guns, confiscated weapons, sending them to Mexico to the known killers and the drug cartels down there, who wound up using them in turn to kill Mexican citizens and U.S. citizens down by the border. Eric Holder is singly responsible for that. Him and the feds, the dirty dealing. And now he's going to be the one to tell you whether or not you're competent to have a firearm. It's ridiculous. It's asinine, and that's just one more reason just to ignore everything that Obama's written. I don't respect the man. I don't think you should respect the man, especially if he is trying to do anything that would limit the Second Amendment. Okay, shall not be infringed means just that. Shall not be infringed, it means keep your hands off my guns. Period. And whether it's magazines or handguns, shotguns, rifles, assault weapons, bolt action, and don't play into their game. Okay? They're coming after the assault weapons. Well, next thing you know, you're going to hear that hunting rifle that you've had, that .06 that maybe your granddaddy had, next thing you're gonna hear that's a sniper rifle. It's not a hunting weapon, that's a sniper rifle. And then a shotgun, any scatter gun is going to be demonized one way or another, and the left is going to have and the right too. It's not about left or right, but the powers that be that want you disarmed, period, they don't want you to have anything. They're going to demonize whatever you have at the time. And up till this point, it's been like, oh, well, I don't need that, so you don't need that either. Well, they're not coming after my guns, so I'm not going to get worked up about it. Well, when it's down to just the 22 owners, and they're looking around saying, they're coming after my 22, what do I do? Well, what were you doing when they were taking the .06? What were you doing when they were taking the AR-15? What were you doing when they didn't allow these to be manufactured anymore? First it'll be these. Standard capacity 30 round mags. Okay? Standard capacity meaning that's what the weapon was issued with. Okay? You can buy the little short 5 rounders, 10 rounders. Well, it'll be 30 now, and now it's down to 10, and next thing you'll know it'll be 5, and then you won't be able to, you'll just have to drop them in one at a time, and it's, give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Everybody says that, right? Well, it's true. Look at Britain. They went after, they got the guns, and then crime went way up. So what they do next? Edged weapons. Okay, that's exactly what they want to do here. These are killing children. Okay, Hammers kill children. Frying pans kill children. Anything can kill people, okay? And I don't need to tell my audience on YouTube that. I know you guys are smarter than that. But my point is non-compliance, okay? Civil disobedience, peaceful non-compliance. For now, that's the course of action. That's the best thing you can do. And network. You'll need to be networking. Get with people that you know, that you trust, people that you've known for a long time. Get a early warning system set up. Get a call list of people that are in your group or in your community. And can we just be honest? Can we call it militia? Can we do that? Prepper, patriot. It doesn't matter what you change your name to make it more comfortable for other people to listen to. Yeah, there's some stigma to the term militia, but there's also a lot of history behind that term too, and how we became to be. Okay, so can we be honest with ourselves and call it militia? The citizen militia, men 18 to 45. I think I fall in that category, and I'm sure a lot of you do too. A lot of women, men and women both. But yeah, get with your people, whether you call it preppers or survival group or partners at your retreat, whatever you want to call them. Okay, get with them. Get an early warning system set up. Get a call list that everybody carries in their wallet. Okay, so and so call so and so. Call so and so. Whoever initially finds out the intel, the information, you immediately start on that call list. And you can set it up to where multiple people are calling multiple people just to confirm that they've got the information and are distributing it. And if you get a kink in the chain, then skip them, go on to the next one. That way, as many people in your militia, we'll call it, it's not a bad word. It's not a negative thing at all. The people in your militia can get that information as quickly as possible, so that if there's action that needs to be taken to defend, say, Fred in your group or John or Tom, they're under attack, then the rest of your group can go help defend them. And when I say under attack, I mean whether that be, it could be any number of circumstances, but I think you're following me. If you're watching this channel, I'm pretty sure you're following me. So yeah, it's going to be magazines now. The black rifles. Next, it'll be your 10/22. Before you know it, it'll be knives. So think about that. James Yeager, who I think is way over the top, very hard to listen to. I did like his video on the takedown 10/22, because I like that rifle, and that was probably the main motivation for me saying that I even liked the video, because that guy is so hard to listen to. What he said, and it's been floating around the internet, you can find it, James Yeager, what's it called, pack your bags. Pack your bags and load your mags. I agree 100%. And what he was saying is not wrong, okay? If they come after people for owning firearms or extended capacity mags, drum mags, I don't care. Shall not be infringed means shall not be infringed. And if you don't know where you stand now, you might as well just turn them all in. Okay? You might as well go down to the police station and just say, here, take them. Because I don't know where I stand. Find your line. Decide now how far you're going to let them push you. You're already buying their health care. You going to give up your guns too? Think about these things now, and discuss them with the people in your militia. Okay, we're going to use that term again. Don't freak out. Discuss it with the people in your militia and find out how they feel about it. Where's their line? Is their line where your line is? Can you kind of come together and decide as a group. You know, right now is not the time to, you know, throw on a chest rig and run out there and start fighting for your freedom, okay? It hasn't been taken. Yeah, some things may or may not have been signed today, may be signed next week, whatever. But I'm not a criminal because Obama signed a piece of paper. You know, these things I've shown you on the video do not make me a criminal, okay? I'm a good guy. And I spend a lot of time practicing with this stuff so that if ever I need to preserve human life, that I can do that, okay? I spend a lot of money and a lot of time investing in myself and my ability so that if there was some lone wolf wacko that walks into wherever I am and decides to kill all the people around me, and me included, then you know what, I can say no, you're not going to do that. But that's not even the point behind the Second Amendment. Look at the history. Look at what the Founding Fathers were doing at the time when they wrote that, okay? They were risking their lives, their families' lives, everything they owned. You know, these were men that did all right before all this stuff happened. And they sacrificed a lot to be outspoken. And I'm not saying everybody needs to have a YouTube page and do this, but and I'm not tooting my own horn. I just think that maybe if I have some information, maybe it'll be useful to somebody. Okay. But look at the history of the Second Amendment. Look at the history of the founding in the founding documents. Look at what started the Revolutionary War. Okay, the Brits were coming after the weapons. That's what they were doing. They came to Lexington and Concord to strip the only means those people had to defend themselves from British tyranny. And had they succeeded, would things have been different? I'm sure we'd still be ruled by the crown. But we can't go down that road. We can't do what Britain's done, what Australia's done, what every other country in the world's done. We don't need to be sucked down that black hole. Socialism, liberalism. Okay? I know there's a lot of well-intentioned liberals out there. There's a lot of well-intentioned, quote-unquote, conservatives. But you're paving a road and you know where it goes. The Sandy Hook, if it happened at all the way they tell us it happened, if those children died there, then it was a horrible tragedy. Now, we've had this and that told to us through the media. There's videos out on YouTube, the truth behind Sandy Hook or whatever. You just YouTube search Sandy Hook, you'll get all kinds of videos. But there's one that's maybe about a half hour long that goes through all the inconsistencies in the media reports and shows them pulling the gun out of the trunk and shows people out, you know, the police out chasing a guy in the woods, and just a lot of different angles about that make the official story seem very, very suspicious. I don't know what happened, and you don't either. So don't come in the comments box and tell me what you thought happened, or you know, this happened, or you know this or that, because I don't buy it. Okay, I don't buy the media story, and I don't buy yours either. But check it out. You know, think about it, because there's a lot of stuff going on right now that has been the provocation for. Okay, that and the Aurora, Colorado shooting. There's videos on that about how inconsistent the stories were, and eyewitness reports that don't line up with the official story at all. So look those up, think about it. But if there are children that actually lost their lives that day and families that lost children, my prayers go out to them. That would be a horrible, horrible thing. But what I think would be more horrible, and what was more horrible, is you're probably thinking there can't be anything worse than 20 children dying all in one spot, being killed by some wacko. Well, there is one thing that I know of that's worse. It's 37 children being burned to death in a church by your government. Your government, the same people that want to strip your rights for this, that, or whatever. They want to take your protection from them away. Waco, Texas, okay? Was David Koresh a wacko? Maybe. Thank God we live in a country where we can be a little wacko. 37 children burned to death in a church by the feds. You say Sandy Hook is a good reason to get rid of these? I say Waco is a damn good reason to keep them. And there will be more Wacos. There will be more Ruby Ridges as things progress, and as this whatever legislation they can get through goes through, and as these executive orders are being signed, laws are being made, things are rolling, things are in motion, people will not comply. I will not, and I hope you will not either. But there will be standoffs. There will be another Ruby Ridge. There will be another Waco. And when that happens, you need to be prepared for it. Like I said, get a call list. Get together with the people in your group, your patriots, your preppers, your militia, okay? Because that's really what we all are here. I'm not going to start dancing around the word again. Get a call list, early warning system, so you can know what's going on in your theater of operations, wherever it may be, North Carolina, Florida, Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma. So, know what's going on, because if it's in your area, then you probably should think about it now. To what extent are you going to involve yourself in it? The tyrants, they come for your neighbor. You can say, well, at least they're not coming for me yet. They will. I can guarantee it. They have every other time in human history. Okay? Think about what you're going to do now. Think about where you stand. Talk to your group about it. Find out where your buddies are. Find out if you're in the same place, or if you need to maybe remove yourself from that group and organize with others. But keep it small. Keep it simple. It's the best way. Thanks for watching.